All right, all right, all right. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you're listening to us. This is UB and the Roof Farm, and we are on our political segment, the one we called Political Roundtable. And joining me this morning is my brother, all the way from Nigeria, the one and only Uncle Dayo. We call him Uncle Dayo. And the real farm sister, they call him Papi. Uncle Dayo, how are you doing today, sir?
Thank you so much, Uncle Ben. I'm doing great. Thank you, Real Farm.
Hmm.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Hope you're having a wonderful day. We are here once again. Let's
Yeah.
make it a blast. Thank you so much.
Yes, so welcome, sir. Welcome, sir. All right. If you are watching, please hit the like button and, of course, drop a shout out. Let us know you are here. I know this is politics, and majority of our real fam sisters and brothers, they are not into politics, but at the same time, we still have our political fan base right here on the channel. We're just gonna dialogue. We're gonna talk about a couple of trendy topics in Nigeria, and as you can see from the top lane, Nigeria political drama, Nnamdi Kanu fired legal team, Sowore arrest and controversy, as well as Tinubu tax reform. My Bilba, the beautiful Bilba all the way from Canada. What's up, Bilba? Wow, Bilba, do you know anything about politics? Because you guys are in the IT industry, you really don't care much about politics anyway. Uncle Dayo has been the only tech guy that I also noticed have interest in politics so far. So let me know if you like politics, Bilba. All right, all right. If you're watching us for the first time, please subscribe to the channel. Tap your screen to give this video a like. All right. Who? Uncle Dayo, we're going to start with Nnamdi Kanu. There's been a lot of buzz around Nnamdi Kanu lately. And I think the buzz is coming from no other person but Sowore. I think Sowore just wake up one day out of the blues and choose violence. But surprisingly, I think I like this type of violence to some extent. I don't know whatever Sowore was thinking. I think Sowore just woke up and Sowore just be like, okay, Mr. President, you pardon everybody in Nigeria. You pardon drug pushers. You pardon people who unlife other people. You pardon terrorists, headsmen, everything, allegedly. But now, the one person that people have been requesting that you should pardon all this while, he's still in court. What is going on? And that's how Sowore started the Free Nnamdi Kanu campaign. And just like that, the campaign gained a lot of momentum. I was surprised. I never knew that a lot of people can actually turn out and ready to march by demanding that uh Showore should be set free. All right. Just to starting up, we're just warming up here. I'm gonna play some video from the protest, and then we will move forward looking into what happened after the protest. Uncle Dayo, you're in Nigeria. Did you also follow up on the protest?
Actually, the date 2010-20, when they picked the date of 2010,
Mm-hmm.
2025, it's a significant date in Nigeria because if you remember the NSAS saga started on 20, I mean, happened on 2010 20. So
Yeah.
that October 20, they are trying to like make it like a, a kind of a revolution day in Nigeria, where they can do things that have to do with politics, that has to do with maybe having a positive Nigeria. And also, when he picked
Okay.
that date, what came across my mind was that, oh, this guy want to like gather people like the NSAS period, and then maybe they want to go have a kind of a mass protest. But
Mm.
unfortunately, what I saw at the protest was not was just a handful of people trying to express their minds and all. So to me, the protest was not really that impactful, so to say.
Yeah, but it gained momentum. I'm gonna play one video from the protest, and we can just start from there. After the video, I'm also gonna play a video from Very Dark Man. Very Dark Man said people has been accusing him of being biased, that he had some grudges or maybe some resentment towards the Igbo people. That as somebody who claims to have a platform that he used to speak on behalf of Nigerians, he has not spoken about Nnamdi Kanu. And then Very Dark Man went ahead and gave us the reason why he's taking his time and minding his business as far as Nnamdi Kanu is concerned. We're going to look into all that. But for those who haven't seen some of the protest video, here is one before we move on. Shout out to Auntie Grace. Auntie Grace, I see you. I'm happy you can join us. That tells me a lot, but we're going to chat behind the scene. Watch this video, guys. So, Mr. Dio, this is one of the videos from the protest, and you can hear boys chanting "Free Nnamdi Kanu now, Free Nnamdi Kanu now." Also, we there are some aspect of this protest that has generated controversy on social media. Um, First off, before the protest, I think there is a court order that actually warned the protesters not to protest in certain location in the Federal Capital Territory. And it seems that some people violated that court order and they were arrested. One of the people arrested actually happened to be the brother of Nnamdi Kanu himself, and his lawyer, or let me say, one of his lawyer. So now, after the arrest of Nnamdi Kanu brother and lawyer and some other protesters, there was this question that was also trending on social media, and the question was, okay, your guys arrested all these protesters, but Sowore, who happened to be the convener of the protest, is walking around and nobody is doing nothing. What's going on here? And then yesterday, Sowore was arrested, and we still don't know what's to come. Now, Uncle Dio, can you tell us anything about having the freedom to protest, and on the other hand, having the court order that says do not protest in so places? Can you at least explain how that works in Nigeria?
There's something that I would like to say first and foremost, because it's like this is where, and these are some of, I mean, Nigerians seem to be like losing for the judiciary. Okay,
Hmm.
right to protest is
Oh, what happened? Uncle Dio, we can't hear you. Hello. Oh, I think it's network. Anybody who want to join the studio, that's the link. If you have any political contribution you want to add to this conversation, please don't be a stranger. Use the link to come in. Uncle Dayo, are you back?
Yes, yes, I'm
Okay,
back.
I lost you there briefly. All right, go ahead, sir.
Oh, sorry about that. So as I was saying, um, when protests now become something like a game of chess that the government and the people are now playing. Oh, you cannot protest here. You can only protest here. You are not permitted to go beyond this place. It now becomes like a kind of a gagging game. They want to gag the people. Where
Right.
the protest will have made an impact, they want to block them from it. Only just for them to go to areas whereby they will not be able to make much impact with the protest. So to me, when the judiciary now passes a decree or maybe passes or pass at the junction, don't protest in so place. I want to know under what you are coming in from. Is it from the protecting of protecting life and properties, or is it from what particular reason do they have that okay, don't go and protest in this particular area? Are they
Mm-hmm.
going to endanger people there, or will people's life be in danger over there? But to me, I see it as a kind of a game that the government is trying to use to suppress the impact of the protest, which to me is not good.
Right.
It's not good.
Also, one of the things that people really have reservation about when it comes to President Tinubu administration is how he used to be an activist himself, and I think they always reference the protest during President Goodluck Jonathan's administration. As you remember that protest vividly, a lot of eminent Nigerians participated in that protest. People like Tunde Bakare, the same Sowore, President Tinubu himself, many notable Nigerians, they took part in that protest under Goodluck Jonathan. And one of the issue they were protesting against at the time was the issue of removal of fuel subsidy, which of course we might get there soon. But right now, what I'm focusing on is people are accusing President Tinubu of using state apparatus to kind of subdue protesters. It's like with APC government, allegedly, this is just based on what is trending on Twitter and the likes, is like with the APC government, they don't want anybody to protest. So they were accusing President Tinubu of that. Now, if you want to like examine this situation, Uncle Dayo, would you subscribe to the idea that President Tinubu is using state force to suppress protesters? Or would you say it's necessary that the protests should be guided in order to avoid chaos and anarchy? What are your takes, sir?
When you talk about the protest being guided, sir, to avoid
Mm-hmm.
anarchy and chaos, I agree with you on that. But if you notice something, Nigerian protesters of late, they have not been violent.
Mm-hmm.
They are the people that are protesting and the people that are coming out to protest. Sometimes they even come with some police escorts as a guide.
Mm-hmm.
They will ask the police to be in their convoy, to be monitoring them, to be guiding them, so that um area boys will not infiltrate their genuine protest and make a mismatch of it. So
Mm-hmm.
in this case, I don't think it's the fear of the protest going violent that is causing the government to make this move. Rather, it is the kind of a situation whereby they they don't want people to hear their views over their policies. They don't want Nigerian people to talk because
Hmm.
every Nigerian people, almost every Nigerian people, not all, almost every Nigerian people have had it up till here.
Hmm.
All what they are just waiting for is, is just an avenue to reach out to their president. Mr. President, this is what we are facing. Please address these issues. Yes, the president is doing his best, but Government is a give and take. As you are doing your best as a government of a country, you need feedback from your people to know how they are relating with your policies and how they are responding to the things that you are doing, whether it is favorable to them or not. And then if there's area whereby you have to talk to them, okay, my people, see this thing that I'm doing, this is the way it will go like this, then it will be better like this. People will listen to you. But to try to suppress them from hearing their views, from the, from this to speak out what they're passing through, to me, it is not democratic and it's not constitutional. And I think that's what this government is trying to do by trying to stop protests. Anybody that wants to raise their voice, they will try to muzzle them up. It's not
Mm-hmm.
right. It's not right at all. It's
All
not right.
right, thank you. Thank you very much for that, Uncle Dio. Now, let me take some comment here real quick and then we can move on to discussing Nnamdi Kanu situation. Okay, I see Biba and Ati Grace are actually the active members in the chat right now, and we have about 60 people watching. All right, this is where we take your comments, and if you want to join the conversation, you can call in. Use the link to call in to drop your take. Nigeria is our country. We're gonna have to lift up our voices and at least play our own part by, if we can't be out there on the street, let's play our part by using our voice to at least either condemn or embrace whatever the government is doing. Remember, we are patriotic Nigerians, and one of our major goal is to have a society where everybody is treated equally. Now, let me quickly read one or two comments real quick. Bilba said, I try to follow Nigerian news. I catch up with Arise News. Okay. And Jimmy Disu. Oh, yeah. Those are really good platforms. Bilba said, the switch by Sowore really surprised me. Now, Uncle Dayo, I remember you and I, we spoke earlier before we started the show, and I also said Sowore kind of struck me like a man who just want to be out there. Sometimes it seems like he really don't have really solid plan or a well-defined mission. It's like he just hop on anything trending. I really can't put my hands on it. And I think that is what Biba is also alluding to here. Nobody saw this coming. I don't think like maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago anybody would have said, "Oh, Showore is gonna be out there fighting for Nnamdi Kanu," because the Nnamdi Kanu case has been on conversation now for almost 5 or 6 years since he was arraigned or something. So, Uncle Dayo, that switch by Showore, what's your take on that one, sir?
If you remember, sir, if you remember clearly, there was a time that I said something about the president,
Hmm.
calling him a criminal.
Okay.
And then, but nothing seemed to happen afterwards. Now, that has now
Oh,
gone to
hold on,
so
no, Uncle Dayo. You said there was a time Showore called Nnamdi Kanu a criminal?
no, 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 call the president a criminal.
Oh, okay. All right,
And
my
then
bad.
the president did not, the presidency did not respond. I mean, they did not respond to it. They just very fly. So he now
Okay.
from there switch into this Kanu, Nnamdi Kanu release mission. Now, but I want to follow him as a political guy and then somebody that is also conversant with Nigerian politics. A lot of is just number one. Personally, I may be wrong.
Okay.
I think he wants to actively engage his government on some issues that so as to draw them out. That's number one. Number two, he has uh, means and reason to do it.
Mm,
For instance, now, the reason why he put Nnamdi Kanu in the picture, to me, has to do with the present stand
Oh,
the so-called bandit in the north being negotiated
okay.
with, and some of them being given pardons, some of them being released.
Hmm.
Meanwhile, these political um, activists that have been arrested also for some years now, case. Of course, there are so many legalities to the same issue, the court version, the political and the so-called defense and all. That one is there. But this thing has dragged for so long. So he now used this issue of political, I mean, Nnamdi Kanu, to come back because let us Sowore enjoys limelight. He likes to be in the limelight. He enjoys it very well.
I agree.
So for him to become political relevant, he has to begin on some issues at some every point in time. So now that he has not taken the issue of Nnamdi Kanu up now to this protest
Yeah.
and all, he has gained the limelight that he wants and is now enjoying it. Just that some other Nigerians that are following him, they don't really know the motive behind it. They think that it's just all about getting justice for Nnamdi Kanu or so, but it's much more than that. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. And it's not just about some other Nigerians. Even me personally, I can't put my hands on what exactly is Shore's motive here. And with that, I want to ask your take, Uncle Dio. Some people accused Shore of working in tandem with President Tinubu, and this is where this narrative is coming from. They said Shore, especially after Nnamdi Kanu brother and lawyer has been arrested, some people said Shore delivered Nnamdi Kanu brother and lawyer to Tinubu administration. Let me see if I can find that video. We'll play it shortly, just for people to know that these are actually the conversation trending on social media. I think I saw it. Okay, yeah, it's this guy. Take a listen to this, please.
Nigerians are accusing Omoyele Sowore of misleading those who are Nnamdi Kanu supporters, like his brother, Fine Boy, and his legal counsel, Aloy Ejimako, who were arrested at the protest ground in Abuja during the protest. In fact, there is a picture of Omoyele Sowore fleeing from the protest ground, and he ran away immediately. The security people, officers came in. He ran, and these two guys were arrested with other people. He released a statement saying that we have been informed that plans are allegedly in place at Kuje prison to harm Nnamdi Kanu's younger brother, Fine Boy, and Aloy Jemako in his special counsel inside Kuje prison by special orders assigned by the Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Now, this is something else because why they're accusing him is that he was the one who convened these protests, ran away, went to the prison, or to, yeah, he went to the prison to go and visit these people and was not arrested. Why wouldn't you be arrested? You are the one who organized the protest, yet you came to the police station and nobody arrested you. But they arrested those people who joined you to do the protest. Why? People are wondering. Bayo Noniga was saying that why would Aloy Jimako be found on the protest ground? And some lawyers are saying what prohibits him from protesting for the release of his clients. So, people are wondering what is the pact that Omoyele Sowore has with the government that will make him be freed or not even arrested upon arriving the same prison or police station that arrested those who joined him to do the protest that he organized. Is it not fishy? I think it is. What do you think? Drop your comment in the comment section. Follow for more. Thanks.
Uncle Dio. So there is one of the narrative out there. What are your take on this particular guy's point of view?
I will say clearly that this guy, in every situation, there's always two sides to the coin.
Yeah.
So anything you are doing, some people will see it in the positive light, some people may see it in the negative light. I
Hmm.
don't believe Sowore set up the lawyer and the brother to Nnamdi Kanu to be arrested by the protest. Now, one thing about protest is that there is something that they say in Yoruba, moja mosa, that is know when to fight and know when to flee.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, if you don't know when to fight and when to flee, you will end up as a war casualty. That's why brave soldiers, brave warriors, they know when to stand and fight and they know when to flee. But in this case now, unfortunately, Sowore ran, they did not run, and they got arrested. So I will not say he set them up to be arrested. No, because he never told them not to run. But they choose to stay, and then they got arrested. That one is not on him. However, he himself has been arrested. The fact that he even went to the police station to go and see them being arrested shows that he's still in solidarity with them. Now, see, Nigerian politics, sometimes one should be able to read between the lines. Our police network, as it is, they are being controlled. They are being controlled by the government. They are under the government. So it is what the government tells them to do that they will do. Okay, arrest the protesters. They went there, all the ones that they could find, they arrested them. If they were to have stayed, they would have arrested him. So it's not that he ran away for them to be arrested. No, if he has stayed, but he was able to run away.
Go ahead, sir.
He was able to run away. Yeah, he was able to run away. Maybe thinking that because in that video I was hearing him saying that let's go to Bega, let's go to Bega. Maybe he want to run to another location to go and continue the protest there, only for him to realize that most of the people that were supposed to be with him have been arrested.
Yeah.
So I don't really buy the narrative of this guy that he set them up to be arrested. No, this kind of things happen sometimes. You plan for something and then something may go
Something else
south,
happened.
and then you find yourself falling back to your plan B.
Thank
So
you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Uncle Dio. Please, if you are just joining, tap your screen, tap your screen, tap your screen to like the show. If you want to share the show, you have to tap the top of your screen. That's when you will see the other icons you can use for sharing. And if you can't find that, I already shared the link in the comment. So you can also share the link for people who are interested in the conversation. All right. I see Zeno. I see Victoria. Is that Victor? Oh, Victor. Victor Momodu. You're welcome. Zeno. Zeno said, coffee show. I see. Yeah, we're having a coffee show, Zeno, and we are discussing Nigerian political drama at its unveiling right now. All right. For those who miss the arrest of Sowore, let me play the video of how he was arrested. In fact, let me just play a reaction video. I think reaction videos do a better job now than many other video. But this particular one is coming from police PPRO. Is it PPRO they call this guy? Hyundai or something?
Like
Take a
one, we
listen.
actually got them arrested, and 5 others in around Ministry of Finance also within the restricted area, bringing them to a total of 13.
Welcome, Tammy.
They were
How you doing?
arraigned the very next day. They didn't spend up to 24 hours in our custody. They were arraigned the very next day, and they've been remanded. Today, Sowore has been arrested by the Nigeria Police Force. And you would ask, why was he arrested? It is very simple. The 13 people that were arrested previously all gave their statements, and there is a constant in all of their statements. Every one of them mentioned that one Omoyele Sowore
Welcome, John.
led them into the restricted area in contravention of the court order. So it will be most unfair to charge some people to court and leave the person that led them to commit that more like their leader, the lead protester who told them and took them into the restricted area. And that's why in the spirit of fair play and to ensure that justice is served, Omoyele Sowore was arrested today, and like
Yeah,
the
I'm good,
others, too, he
Tammy.
wouldn't
Thank you very
spend,
much, Tammy.
time with us. He wouldn't spend up to 24 hours with us. Once we wrap up the charges, is going to be prosecuted.
All right. All right. That is coming from the police PRO Hundein. According to him, Sowore was arrested because when they arrest, oh, please, how can I call him? Yeah, I will share the link. The link is right there. Just click on it, follow the prompt, and you're gonna be right here in the studio. So, according to him, Sowore was arrested because some of the protesters they arrested continuously mentioned Sowore as the person who led them to the restricted area. Now, I see you are in the studio. Comparable fact, you see, bros, I was looking for you today. Oh, I couldn't find you. I tried to find you on YouTube. I couldn't get you because I actually wanted to invite you as my special guest for this particular show. But see how God works. You're welcome, sir. Can you hear me, sir, Mr. Comparable fact?
Good morning, Uncle Uncle Beno. Well, I have to call you by name, man, because I know I'm older than you. But hey, now I'm going to use your name, Uncle
Ju- just
Beno.
just call me Ben, sir. Or call me.
Beno, whatever you want, I will call you whatever you want.
Our community here, they either call me UB, the Gen
Okay.
Z, the Gen Z call me Uncle Beno. Me and them with the do bass blues all the time. But
Yes,
my
sir.
senior one, my elderly senior one, they call me UB, they call me Ben. It's okay, sir. You're welcome.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
God is a miracle working God. I was looking for you, searching for you. I'm like, this is a topic, comparable fact will be the better person to co-host with me. But I don't know your handle. You know how you want to find somebody on social media and you type
Right.
at so so so. I
Mm-hmm.
try with comparable fact, it wasn't bringing you out. So please, bros, let me drop your handle, or maybe I will even put my number in the private chat. You can text me so that we
Okay.
can have this conversation. Anytime I want to do politics, I will have to call you so you
Okay,
can
okay.
come in
Put
and
your
help.
put your this in the private chat. I will get it. So we talk. Yeah. Then I'll be ready to come in and be a guest and show my face and all that kind of stuff. I like to. I mean, sometimes most of the time, like if I'm gonna be a guest in that form, I would like to show myself because I think it's more
Mhm.
comparable if you know who you're talking to. People receive
Exactly.
people
Eh,
receive the message differently than the way I am right now, which I'm not going to show my face because I'm still in bed.
no problem, sir. No problem. So I already put mine. You are in the US, right?
Yeah, I'm in California. I just, like I said, it's
Oh, good,
yeah, I
good.
just woke up, it's very early here, about right now,
All right.
you know,
I
8
already
o'clock.
dropped my number in the private chat. That is
Okay.
my direct number, not even
Uh,
studio number. So
okay.
yeah.
I'll
All
Google
right, sir. Welcome to the show. So today we're talking about Nigerian political drama. Me, I don't tire.
it.
I've been streaming the Nigerian political drama for about 3 days now, and I think it's about time we start addressing these issues one at a time. So, for those who don't know what we are covering today, that's the banner right there on the screen. The topic for today is political drama, Nigerian political drama. We're looking at Nnamdi Kanu fired legal team. And we're
Mhm.
also looking at Showore's arrest. And lastly, we just want to touch on Tinubu tax reform briefly. So you're welcome, Mr. Komberu Fact. Now, I also have Mr. Dayo here with me. Mr. Dayo is in Nigeria. He's one of our big brother right here at the Real Farm. The Gen Zs call him Papi. Me,
Okay.
I call him Uncle Dayo. So
Hello,
I
my
just
brother. Comparable fact. You are welcome, sir.
Hey, how you doing, bro? It's always good to have the perspective of somebody on the ground. Okay, we may be in diaphragm just running our mouth. We don't have the whole information. It's the information that we receive from the social media. Some of them may be true, some of them may be fake. But it's always good to have somebody on the
Exactly.
ground.
absolutely, absolutely.
Thank you very
All
much.
right.
Thank you, sir.
Let's get into this conversation real quick. I'm just gonna put now that comparable fact is here. I
Can I
think I'm
ask Mr. Dayo some just a minute question before we proceed to the main politics?
yes, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's nice to have you. Okay, it's always very good. I'm always very grateful when I speak to some people in Nigeria. Um, can you give us just we in diaspora just a little bit of fact about the inflation rate? Has the food price gone down? Because I was able to check. I don't know how factual it is. Some of them say about 19%, 10%. But if you listen to those APC platform, they say the food price has gone down about 60 to 70%. So can you put it in context? What's the
No, no, no.
reality on the ground for a minute?
Thank you very much, sir. The reality is that the food price has gone down, but not to that percentage that they are saying. Okay.
Okay.
The highest bag of rice now in the market is 70,000 naira, and the lowest is 53,000.
Hmm.
So, unlike before, when we have the bag maybe around 80, sometimes there was time that it was around 90 before. But you now the highest price of bag is around 7, while the lowest is 53,000. So comparatively, it has come down a bit, maybe about 10 to 19% reduction, but not up to. It's a big lie. I can tell you that one for free,
Okay.
sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Because exactly what you just the point you just enumerated was what I gathered from using different GBT or whatever any kind of search engine that will give you a reliable information. They rate it within that percentage, 10%. Some say 19%. So okay, thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for that, Mr. Dio. I mentioned Gen Z, and guess who showed up? Abby. Abby is here, Zeno is here. But thank God this is politics. Maybe they go allow us do our thing. Abby, welcome, Mama. All right. So I want to put a break here so that we can really dive into this conversation now. So please bear with me, guys.
Mhm.
All right, all right, all right. Welcome back, everybody. With me on today's show is Mr. Dyer, all the way from Nigeria, and I have my big brother all the way from United States in the studio, Mr. Comparable Fact. Now, Mr. Comparable Fact, let me quickly bring you into what we got going on. Right now, we're talking about Sowore arrest, the Free Nnamdi Kanu protest, and everything. And people are saying that Sowore is kind of using this Free Nnamdi Kanu to his own political advantage. Some people are of the opinion that Sowore actually is working with President Tinubu. That is why he went and delivered. Nnamdi Kanu brother, Mr. Fine, is it Fine Boy Kanu, and Nnamdi Kanu lawyer. What are your thoughts on that, sir?
Nigerian politics is very interesting and has a lot of dynamic to it.
Absolutely.
You can never, stipulate this is exactly where it is because even the so-called, some of them just showcase themselves. You don't know their main motive. They are just playing the politics. They are just playing the politics, to suit, the populous, narrative. But having said that, I'm just going to speak from my own perspective. How I see it. I think the show involvement, in this is, in my own opinion, is very legitimate from democratic, perspective. Why am I saying it? If you look at it in a broader context, I think he's playing a smart politics, whichever way you look at it. Because
Okay.
Sowore has always been looked at as an activist. I
Hmm.
mean, like I said, he need to do something in order. I mean, I like Chevrolet a lot, even at all. I'm in silence obedience. So the word silence because I've not really participated in their WhatsApp or that kind of stuff, but I support to be. So that's why I use the word silence obedience a lot. Was Obi going to come and rescue Nigeria? That I don't know, but I just think we need a change. But I would say that the topic is about chivalry. Yeah, he's playing a smart politics, by galvanizing this this Nnamdi Kanu. try to try to pursue particularly people from the southeast to join him. Of course, we know what transpired. His politics. They never really joined him. But what has Sowore done at this particular angle? It has brought it to the international awareness that this is actually what's going on in Nigeria, depending on your own perspective. Whether some people feel like injustice, some people feel like, that Nnamdi Kanu deserve it. Am I
Mhm.
a typical Nnamdi Kanu supporter? Um, I think my outlook about it is about justice, because I'm never one of those who like the way Nnamdi Kanu started his politics in that regard. The modality that he used, it's not the way I would have done it. It's not my way. But has everything he said come to fruition in Nigerian politics right now? Completely right. So, in respect to that, Sowore is playing a good politics, whether you like it or not. And this conspiracy theory that he's working in cahoots with the Tinubu government or something like that, could there be a truth to that? In my own opinion, I don't think so. Because I kind of wonder the way he called them out, talk about their bastardized politics, corruption they involve, and all that kind of thing. I
Mhm.
mean, it's very difficult for me to fathom that he's actually working with them. I mean, what sure we know he went to school here, the wife is here. He could have just come back here after he had been released, and be working and doing some other things, but he's fighting for the right cause of that country. But in my own opinion, because of the way his politics, being an activist or what, he doesn't sway me as somebody who can arise to that platform to become a president, because of the way Nigerian politics is, you
It's
know,
set up, yeah.
the dispensation we have when it comes to Nigerian politics, maybe in a different dispensation or a different country that may work, but in Nigerian politics, but in a nutshell, I don't think there's any kind of underhidden motive behind what Shobori is doing right now. He's doing the right politics, the arrest and everything. Um, like you properly stated earlier, why didn't they arrest him when they arrested Nnamdi Kanu lawyer and the Jumofo? I don't know the circumstances behind whether he ran away, during that time or something like that. I don't, and they stated the rule of engagement that they broke the rule of engagement. There are so many places you can go. I mean, you pretty much blockade everywhere.
Yep.
Where do you people want people to go? I can
Yep.
understand blocking the Aso Rock. That's different. Like here,
Mm-hmm.
if we block the people going to the White House, but people still come very close. But Nigeria, that's not the case. They don't like protest. They will use anything, everything possible, to truncate or subjugate people from protesting. So I'm with Sowore. It's a smart politics,
Yeah.
that's what I think.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Comparable Fact. Mr. Dayo already addressed that particular situation before you came in. Now,
Okay.
let's move on to one other angle with Sowore before we move on to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. There is something, like you rightly mentioned, I don't think Sowore can become Nigeria president. I am not a hater, it's
Right.
just my own assessment. And the reason I'm thinking he cannot become Nigeria president is because I don't see a clear path for Sowore. First off, he has no political history, no political record, in terms of governance. Like a lot of people who went into politics in Nigeria, some of them will start from student union government, which is the only thing I think Showore got going on for him. After that, some of them might start as their local government councillors or chairman. Then from that, they may be appointed commissioner here and there, or they might get some political appointment from governors, or maybe president and things like that. If that does happen, they move from being local government chairman to maybe state house of assembly. We have state of assembly in Nigeria, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So they may move to state house of assembly, then maybe become a state house of assembly speaker, or run for governorship of a state. And then if that's not working, they can now move on to federal. They can come to the federal as a representative, or as a senator, and then Sowore had none of those. Now, I get it. Some people just jump into politics one day and then they might really be lucky to advance in their political career. But one other area I have so much conflicting, can I say I am conflicted with Sowore, is that Sowore don't have a solid political structure. He doesn't work well with other politicians. I don't think Sowore do what we call political consultation and what this other one they call now, like is form of where you go into partnership with some other politician. There is this time they use in politics. It just eluded me now. Showore don't have,
Coalition.
yeah,
You mean does
he
not have
doesn't have
coalition?
people he's working with, no coalition, no alliance, and all of that. And particularly when I start losing interest in Showore completely was when Showore failed to work with Peter Obi. That's when he lost me completely. So I'm just saying all of this so people can understand where I'm coming from. Now, when we put all of this together, it seems like Showore activism is more or less like a business venture than someone who is truly politically inclined and willing to liberate his people, like he claimed with his Revolution Now movement. So, Mr. Comparable Fact, what are your thoughts on Showore's politics generally?
So thank you very much, Beno. So the
Thank you,
first
sir.
question is to me, right? Okay, let me go, and I would like to hear Dayo perspective, Mister Dayo perspective.
No problem, sir.
So let's start from beginning. As a Nigerian, so already been the topic of today. He's a Nigerian. Sowore can become a Nigerian president because he made our basic constitution, and eligibility criteria under our constitution. I believe it's section 131 of 2019, constitution that was amended. So with that, Sowore is a citizen, and you have to be, I think my understanding, 35 or 36 years old, for you to contest and register as a Nigeria, for any kind of Nigerian party, which Sowore has made. His
Yeah.
party is ACC, I think, yeah, AAC, which was funded in 2020 or 2019. But having said that, he has contested maybe Ghana about 33,000 or 40,000 votes, which is he has made the bar, and he has no criminal conviction to disqualify him. But that's in a sane condition because in Nigeria, he can he can be Pablo Escobar and become a president,
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
so he has made, in a nutshell, he has made the minimum bar, to contest. So your point we were talking about,
Yeah.
what are the obstacles and how can he be a president? Like I said, he made all those thresholds to be a president. In my own opinion, Sowore has a lot of obstacles, and I'm going to enumerate it as possible as I can. One of them is that he's an activist,
Yeah.
and he has maintained that activism. He has not pivoted away from that activism, point of view, in order to in order to get into the platform of what I call a presidential, person in that regard. Like he said, he need the electoral he need the spread, the voter spread.
Hmm.
He has not gotten that. You know, he need the financial party machine. He doesn't have that. You know, he need like a state, I think a state repression, if I may say it, like a state campaign,
Hmm.
and he has a lot of obstacle. His voter turnout, the apathy that he has towards the Nigerian electorate is very slow in my own opinion, or is very low in my own opinion. So those are some of the things that hinder him. He doesn't necessarily have, because you have stated here, which most Nigerians have stated, that he needs to start from local government or wherever, win, like become a local chairman or local somebody before he can come up. He doesn't
Yeah.
necessarily have to do that,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But the way he's building, he has to have certain kind of collusion, because in Nigerian politics we know what it is, like a jungle justice. You have to, coerce yourself. I mean, you have to build a relationship with people, even at all you don't like, even at all they are criminal. You have to do that. You have to build a broader collusion in order to achieve anything. Nigerian politics is unlike any other, it's like any other country. you
Yeah.
know, you have to boost your grassroots, maybe through digital mobilization and other kind of things. Fundraising, you have to definitely have the backing of that. I don't think he has that. He may own Sahara. I don't know what kind of percentage he has with Sahara, what kind of, money. So what it doesn't, so what is lagging all those things. So
I thought he owns Sahara report. Is that not what he call? I thought he
Sahara
owns it.
reporter,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he does, but I don't know if he's the sole owner, in terms of
Okay.
I don't know I don't know the whole criteria on that one. Um and one more thing, if you look at it, the way people look at him, he need to soften his radical, edge, because people look at him as somebody who is very radical, So that's not going to sway a lot of people, this his kind of politics, which some people perceive as very volatile, that's not sustainable in Nigeria. I'm not saying it should be soft. In my own opinion, I think it could be soft. That's not, that's how I see it being, as much as I like him. But because Nigerian politics, you need to be like Jagaban. Is Jagaban a leader? No, he's just a politician. So that's what he is, or what I consider to be a hurricane, strategy. That's what he used in ruling Nigeria, in my own opinion. So I don't know if I have answered some of your
Yeah, yeah,
question.
yeah. You
Yeah,
actually did. You did. Thank
yeah.
you very, very much. Welcome Friday, Emmanuel. We see you. Please touch the screen, tap the screen to like the video. Now, Uncle Dio, what's your take on the same issue, sir? In terms of,
Yeah,
I know
thank you
you
very
addressed
much.
it before. I just want
Yeah,
comparable
yeah.
fact to hear it again.
My brother, comparable fact has already brought perspective to it. The question
Yeah,
that I want to ask is that to be in Nigerian politics, there are some things that you need to have as a candidate for you to be able to contest or to run for a political post in Nigeria. If you ask an average person now, when you mention the name of Sowore, what is the first thing that
yeah.
comes to your mind? It's activism. When you
Mm-hmm.
mention somebody like VDM, what comes to your mind? Social media activist.
Mm-hmm.
When you mention somebody like Peter Obi, what comes to is a politician. Mention somebody like Dino Melaye. You know, these people that these are politicians and these are. But when it comes to Sowore, the thing that comes to your mind is an activist. Meanwhile, he's
Yeah,
trying to vie for the post of the president of the country. The thing that is not working for the young man is that he he did not he has not followed the lay down protocol. If at all, if he had been a one-time councillor, a one-time commissioner, or a one-time senator, or maybe a governor, or maybe a local government chairman, he
yeah.
will have had a kind of a political uh, experience to now flow to Nigerian politics. I'm not saying that him not having that background is any hindrance. No, because in Nigerian politics is so formed in such a way that you have to be politically relevant before decision. Put it this way: if you can have a show where will be and a political party in the capacity or AP for them
Mm-hmm.
to run on, then to the game on. But if you
Okay.
look at them both, number one, two of them even work together. Let's say we even get them to working together. On which party would they run? As at today, I don't know the party that PO is on, but I know that uh, Ray is still on AAC, which is some political party. However, even that political party, before you can say you have a political party in Nigeria, you must have presence in every local government throughout the federation.
Yeah.
And I don't think his party has that capacity. Because if you want to go by the last election or the previous one, you realize that most of the places, in fact, they were not even on the ballot papers in most of the other states around the country, talk less of them having any competition there. So this is
Yeah.
not the way to win positions. So to me, a lot of work still have to be done. If Sowore is to carve out the relevant in Nigerian politics, he either ride on the back of a big party, or you have to do a lot of work to get his party established in the country. Thank you.
Thank you.
Uncle
Thank
Beno,
you.
let me ask Mr. Dio something before you proceed? Just a second.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I mean, all this clamor about Sowore and Obi, coming together and run. But has people asked this question, do they have the same doctrine? Is their principle aligned with each other? You know, for them to coexist. I know in Nigerian, I know in Nigerian politics, there's nothing like principle. It's
No,
wherever belly fit. But
anywhere.
yeah, can is that possible? For them to coexist together? I don't know. Just a question, okay, to you, Mr. Dayo, being in Nigeria.
Thank you very much, my brother. See, if you look at all the people that we have on the political terrain now in the country, you want to talk about people that are still closer. I mean, you want to talk about candidates that are still better to the yearnings of the people. You will talk about people like Peter Obi. You talk about people, not people that have been known or that have been tested and they have known to have failed the nation. These people are younger. They are much more, resourceful, so to say, because we cannot keep on recycling all these our old politicians and expect something different to happen. No matter the number of times you throw all a ant fan, it will always land on the same flat side. No matter how many times these same old politicians that we have been having since the 1990s, we have been recycling them up till now. We've not gone anywhere. So that's why people are now yearning for a new breed, for a new change. And I think the people that really represent that as of today are these two people that we can point out. There are more than two anyway, but the one that we can really see to be on the
Yeah.
on our own political scene are those two people. So that's why people always think that, okay, if we can just get their company, nobody is saying that they should get as one, but it's just like kind of a wish thinking. Okay, if this and this can come together and they have the same platform and they have the same party, and then they stand a better chance. Because I must tell you, APC that is in power today, any party that's going to unseat them has to be stronger. And if you know the kind of
Absolutely.
politics that APC is playing, you will know that they are playing a politics of demystifying every other party. They want to be like no other party exists in Nigeria apart from them. So, and they're actively playing that game. And unfortunately, they are winning. So that's why for them to be unseated from that throne, a party that must be strong with the people's backing has to do the work. Otherwise, the same circle will continue. Thank you.
Thank
Can I
you.
can I add to that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, this is just my own opinion, in reference to what we are talking about. Um, when it comes to Sowore, I think the tool that he's using is kind of dissent and activism in a way that could build a political base. But I'm hesitant to fully say that he's playing a smart politics, because it's more of building a sustainable power. He has to build what consider to be a sustainable power, broad coalition, electoral strategy, and avoid any kind of backlash. In other words, you know, he's more smarter in protest and and activism at this particular time. He need to build what I call electoral politics. So far, he has not done that. So I mean, that's just the way I'm looking at it.
Yeah. If I can just say this, Mr. Comparable,
Mhm.
honestly, in my own opinion, I don't think Sowore is a serious candidate. I'm sorry.
You
You
don't think
know,
so?
nah, nah. You know, I am. I don't prevaricate. I state my mind on
Oh no,
issues.
I listen to you. Even I thought
Okay.
sometimes I listen to different topic, but I don't comment. Thank you.
You see, to me, Sowore is actually from my state, and to
Oh,
run
you from
for
Mondo?
I'm from Mondo. We are
Oh, okay.
Sowore and we used to be in the same local government before they split it.
Okay.
So yeah. So the thing is, in Nigerian politics, if you're gonna run for presidency, you need to have your structures across the six geopolitical zones. Now, some zones may not accept you, but at least four of those zones they should know about you, and people can say, yes, this guy is really serious about these things. Everything Showore has done so far, this is just my take. I think the activism plus the political ambition, they are just part of his livelihood. It's just how he makes his money. Yes, he speaks on behalf of Nigerians. Yes, he did a lot of amazing job. And with this Nnamdi Kanu protest, in fact, he pulled that off, and I give him a lot of credit. But I have never seen him as a serious candidate. Politics is a different ball game. You can't vie for a political position without working with other people. No. And in Nigeria, when you have people who actually own their own political party, like people who literally registered their own political party, they are like the alpha and omega. Come on, bro, where are we going? So I will leave it at that for now because I want us to talk about Mazinam Kanu on the second part of today's show. We've done 1 hour already. Thank you for being here with me, Mr. Comparable Fact and Uncle Dio. God bless you. And all the people in the chat, I see you Friday. Friday, Emmanuel said, we don't have to follow the way of criminal to before we become a politician. Absolutely, you're right. But again, even if you are a saint, even if you are a pastor, you need political alliances. You're still gonna work with some people before you can get to that place. Nigeria presidency is not a joke in Nigeria. They don't offer it to people on a platter of gold. Yeah. The people may like you, the people may support you. I'm an obedient myself, but if you don't have the right connection, the right structure, especially in the grassroots, and have the right structure at the top, talking about the judiciary, you may not win Nigeria election. And we see how that goes, how that went in the last 2023 election. But thank you, my brother, for that contribution. I see you, Oyewole. You're welcome, brother. You're welcome. Now, let's quickly talk about Nnamdi Kanu. This one is going to be tough a little bit,
It's
but
always interesting about nnamdikanu.
I'll be right back. Let me put a break here real quick.
Okay.
All right. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you, my special guest in the building, Mr. Comparable Fact and Uncle Dio. Thank you very much. Now, the subject or any topic involving Nnamdi Kanu has become a kind of controversial issue lately. One of the major arguments, as far as his case is concerned, from the masses is why hold on to Nnamdi Kanu this long? I think he was arrested in, is it 2019? Mr. Comparable Fact, Uncle Dio? You guys remember when he was arrested? Is it 2019 or 2018? I know it was under Buhari administration, but I can't remember the particular year now. Mr.
It
Comparable
was under
Fact?
Buhari. It was under
I'm
Buhari,
sorry. I
but I
thought
couldn't
I
remember
was.
the year.
I thought you had me. He was
No.
rendition in 2021 from Kenya.
2021. Okay,
Yeah.
that's like 5 years now.
Right.
Under Buhari. Okay, thank
Yeah.
you.
Under
Thank you, Uncle
Buhari.
Dayo. Thank you, Mr. Comparo Fact. So now he has been in court for quite some time now. And if I even have to do a rundown on the situation, you know, I would just ask the question, what's going on? Exactly. What's going on with Nnamdi Kanu? But of course, we know the rest of the story. Now, the latest in the twist or drama involving Nnamdi Kanu is this free Nnamdi Kanu protest and the sudden change in the legal structure Nnamdi Kanu have in place. One of it is that we learned that he fired his lawyers. So on October 23rd, 2025, which is like yesterday, Kanu dismissed the legal team led by Kanu Agambi, SAN. He's a former Attorney General of Nigeria and other senior advocates of Nigeria who had been representing him. So according to the report that I have, at the hearing in the Federal High Court, Abuja, he informed the court that he would represent himself, at least for the moment. His reasons: number one, he insisted the court lacked jurisdiction to try him and stated that his previous defense was not advancing his case appropriately. Please, people should take note of these points, okay? And two, he claimed the previous lawyers under which he is charged were repelled and that his right to fair hearing was compromised. That is, including allegations about a medical report. And three, he also alleged that his former lawyers were withholding his case files. So it seems less of a firing focus and more of a strategic, like more is more of a strategy by Kano himself, who wants to take full control of his defense. All right. So perhaps indicating loss of confidence in his team or a shift in his legal approach. All right. So for me, when that news broke, I kind of bring it all the way down to legal strategy. But again, I have Mr. Comparable Fact and Uncle Dayo in the building. These are my brothers who have more political knowledge than myself. So let us start like this, sir. Let me start with you, Mr. Comparable Fact. Kanu fired his legal team and want to represent himself. What is your take on that, sir?
Thank you very much. You are giving me too much credit. Like I'm, and like I'm, I'm more expertise than you. We are all novice. We are living in Africa, which it's just the information we gather from the social media and some of the, more legitimate platform. But
But
having said that, it's
I
always
respect your point of view because you are more into politics than me myself, sir. So,
yeah.
but
To a certain
the
degree.
floor is yours, sir.
I'm even more into American politics than Nigeria. Honestly, let me give you a little bit of bio about me. Okay, I've been in this country for a while. Forget about
Mhm.
my accent. Okay, I've never into Nigerian politics. I wasn't into Nigerian politics before I left.
Okay.
Actually, I just started getting into Nigerian politics. Let's say before 2023, I think it was 2022, to my own recollection. And the first platform, I don't mean not to digress, just a little bit of a bio about me. The first
Okay.
platform that I embarked on was the one man platform. You know how polarizing that place can be. And
Yeah.
I enjoy it. It's like, I don't like to go just to echo chamber, I go to Dr. Damage. It's more of echo chamber for me, but I like to, go to different platform where people, give different opinion. But having said that, that was the first time I actually got into Nigerian politics. And
Okay.
since then, I have been enjoying it. So I'm not, I won't call myself somebody who is a guru of, not even close to. So I just have a vividly knowledge like you do.
No
But having
problem,
said
sir.
that, thank you very much for that credit you're giving me, which I don't think I deserve. But let's go to the main topic.
All
let's
right.
have a quick recap. This is just to people who maybe not follow politics. You have a lot of women followers. I don't know how far, but I believe a lot of them do follow politics. They just don't want to interact. Like my wife,
Mm.
she know everything, but you will never hear. You will never hear her talk anything about politics. She be telling me this was. I say, how do you know? It's just like American football. She know about American football. She don't like it, and she be telling me about this. I say, all these women are very smart. Okay, you got a wife,
Absolutely.
so you know what I'm
Absolutely.
talking about.
Of course, sir. Absolutely. So,
So, go,
mhm,
a quick recap. Nnamdi Kanu, all right.
yeah,
The so-proclaimed leader of indigenous people of Biafra, which is IPOB,
yeah,
which is a group that was proscribed as a terrorist in 2017, right? And he has been in DSS custody since June 2021, following his, forcible rendition from Kenya, into Nigeria. Depends on how he was brought here. Some people say he was poisoned, he was drunk or whatever, and they forcibly bring him here.
hmm,
And since that time, there has been a lot of ruling. There had the ECOWAS community has ruled that that violate international law because it was illegally extradited. Due process was not followed. Even the Kenya court has ruled as recently as this year, yeah, early this year, that Nigeria kidnapped him. They have no hand in what is going on. So he has been awarded. I've forgotten how many millions he has been awarded. But he has been awarded. So in that regard, he has been exonerated. And as early as when he was rendition in 2021, I believe in 2022, the Supreme Court of Nigeria ruled that he has no case to answer. So that's in the book. But of course, Nigeria subjugated that ruling. We know how judicial system work. Malami was there. He said it was a treason. So under the treason, the federal government can't release him. The Supreme Court decision is not null and void. The federal government is the arbiter in this regard. So they can keep him there. So that's where we are right now.
yeah,
So the question is that why are they still keeping him after all this ruling and something like that? Does that have to do with politics?
mm,
It's just that. But Nigerian government persists. It's a treason. If you're gonna call it's a treason, how about the North people in the North, the Fulani jihadists, not the Fulani. I'm not gonna use. I don't like to make a very general analysis. Word. Use my general word. The Fulani jihadists, in the North, killing people every day. He may say Nnamdi Kanu has killed people. That's what some people insinuated due to his rhetoric and everything. The Eastern Security Network and something like that. That a word is as powerful as
mm,
action. I mean, I don't really look at it not because I'm somehow in the kind of sympathizer or advocate. I don't really look at it. I mean, you can call me off kind of name. It
yeah,
doesn't really matter. But actually, the fact that the terrorists in the north that has killed, I don't know what number, depending on the number you call it, or genocide, that's a different story. 6,000, 7,000 in the northern part of it, all over the country, period. So, in my own opinion, they have committed on a more abomination, more atrocity than what Nnamdi Kanu has done. So, having said that, let's pivot to where we are at this present. Why does the government still keeping him there? In my own opinion, it's good. There's nothing we know about how legal system is in Nigeria. There's nothing like any kind of legal
hmm,
system. We don't have
hmm,
three branch of government. We have one federal centralized government. The other three part, legislature, the other one, yes, they're in Kavu, that the central government, the actual that decide what they have to do. So all those legal system we have, the legislator, the Congress, they don't do nothing. Nigerian government is centralized.
yeah,
So it
understood.
need it has to be a political angle that has to come to this case. So as of right now, the question is that why did Nnamdi Kanu sack all his lawyers and
Yeah,
decided to represent himself? That's the question
yeah,
right now, right?
yes, sir.
So, in my own opinion, this self representation that he has pivoted to. To me, it's a it's a desperation and what I consider to be defiance gambit. That's the role he's playing. If you understand what I'm saying, that is the role
Mm.
he's playing right now because he has looked at it that this is a matter of a last resort. That
Mm-hmm.
the legal system they're following is not working. So what does he have to do in order to escalate? In order to escalate the situation, he fired the whole people representing him and decided to representing himself. To me, I think that's a wide move because it has to be political that's going to resolve this, not like any kind of legal system. And he called up, I think, about 16 people. Even
Yeah.
the person that actually was in charge, Malami, that was the person that was claimed that he knew everything that actually happened at that particular time. Are they going to show up?
Hmm.
Probably not. I mean, I don't know how that's going to look. He even called Sowore, I think Sowore, he called my governor from Imo State. I'm from Imo State.
Uh,
We call hopeless Ozadema, the man had the test anyway. So I think he called Wiki too. So
Oh my
it's a
God.
very dynamic what's gonna happen, and because the case supposed to go on in supposed to have proceed in about I don't know how many days, but right now
yeah.
it has been elongated to about 90 days.
Wow.
Yeah, so in my own in a nutshell, he's playing a small politics. That's the only way something is going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. Like I said, it's not going to go through the legal system. It's not going to help it. If that's going to be political, it has to be some kind of political way. Some people are speculating, like the leaders in the southeast doesn't want him out. There could be a truth to that because they know if he come out, people from southeast, the way they revere Nnamdi Kanu as their leader, then he may overshadow them. That's the way they are looking at it. So it's a small
Absolutely.
politics. That's the way I look at the whole thing.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for that take, sir. And just to mention a few people who Kanu actually wanted as part of his high profile witness.
Uh-huh.
Kanu listed 23 witnesses he intends to
Wow.
call, including high ranking officials such as a former Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami,
Right.
former Chief of Army Staff, Tuko Buratai, former Defense Minister Theophilus Danjuma, sitting governors, and etc. He has categorized witnesses into those ordinary but material and vital and compellable to be summoned under Section 232 of the Evidence Act 2011. I was digging into Kanu's background, and I
Mhm.
discovered that he is actually a lawyer. It's like he's a British trained lawyer. Are you aware of that?
All I know that from the little bio that I know, I'm trying to refresh my memory.
Yeah.
He went to government college, here, which is a very prestigious, government college, like high school at that particular time. Then he
Mhm.
attended some years at University of Nigeria and Soka, but he didn't finish. I don't know how many years he attended. Then he left and went to British. He actually went to college in British. I've forgotten the name of the university that he went. He has a degree in economics and not biochemistry, but some kind of degree. Yeah,
Okay.
but about lawyer, that I don't know. But he has a degree.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
I don't
looking
think he's
at
a lawyer
his.
from what I read.
Okay. He studied in London Metropolitan
Yeah.
University,
That's his school exactly.
right? Let me see what else I can find on his background briefly. I'm actually looking him up on Wikipedia right now.
Okay.
Okay. Let me see. Wow, this man is well connected, though. Hmm. So on Wikipedia, he's presented as a British political activist known for advocating for the independence of Biafra from Nigeria. He's the leader in 2012.
Like we actually got them arrested, and five
Sorry.
others in around Ministry of
Ogbeni, stop. there is one problem with this restream. I've removed all these guys. They still keep coming back. They don't want to go away. Please pardon me. All right.
No, fine.
Let me just quickly continue. So he says the main aim of IPOB is to restore the defunct Republic of Biafra, which existed in Nigeria Eastern region during the Nigerian Civil War of 1967 to 1970. As the director of the United Kingdom registered radio station named Radio Biafra, Kanu propagated Biafran separatism. He was arrested on treason charges in Lagos, probably the reason why he is calling Sanwo-Olu. He was arrested on treason charges in Lagos, Nigeria on 14th October 2015 and was detained for more than a year despite various court orders that ruled for his release. When in court, Kanu appeared regularly wearing a Jewish prayer shawl and head covering. He said in court that he believes in Judaism. Okay, I'm just trying to dig into his education. Now, education, he attended University of Unzuka. That's UNN. He
Mhm.
attended University of Uzuka and then he also studied in Britain. But I don't see anywhere where he stated that he studied law.
No, not that I know. I've never seen anything about lawyer. Like you stated, that's the university he studied. Right? He's not a lawyer. He may have, I mean, he may have known a little bit about law, but he has no degree in law. From all my
Okay.
investigation.
So the reason I'm looking into that angle is just to solidify the point that he actually know what he was doing. Now, if he do not have degree in law, oh, I wish my sisters who are lawyers are here to help us out here. Can somebody who don't have a degree in law defend themselves in court? I know they can defend themselves, but if you are looking at the delicate nature of this trial, do you think Mazin Nnamdi Kanu really know what he's doing with this firing of his lawyer? I'm just asking, Uncle Dayo, does this make sense?
Um, Actually, I don't know much about that as per Nigerian law, but I think you can deny yourself counsel if you don't want to use lawyer in a case. You can say you want to like represent yourself. I think I'm not sure. I think that
Okay.
I think maybe it's in that capacity that is like acting. However, if he has any knowledge or maybe if he has any idea about law, it will be an advantage because of course as a lawyer you can actually defend yourself. But in a case whereby you think that you your lawyer is not properly representing your own interest and you feel that you can
Mhm.
do a better job in that area compared to you having a lawyer, if the court permits him, he may be able to defend himself. So, but as per his lawyer qualifications or whatever, I don't have an idea about it.
Can I
Okay.
can I can I can I can I can I have a take on that?
Yes, sir. You're free, sir. Go ahead.
Um, Legally, I think Nnamdi Kanu, can represent himself, in the ongoing trial without being an active lawyer or having a license. If,
Hmm.
if he has the legal frame mind, he can actually represent himself. Is that a risk? Yes, that's a risk. But knowing that kind of person, what consider to be a pro of his self representation. I mean, this
Hmm.
guy is very charismatic in broader,
Hmm.
in broader context, and he can amplify in the courtroom. He can amplify the IPOB narrative of evil marginalization. Like that's part of his, that part of what he always tell, about how they are being persecuted, unfiltered by his lawyer. I mean, he doesn't. Yeah, he can represent himself because if you look at it, the guy is very, is very articulate, you know, and the person that he's gonna call, is gonna be the number one witness. People like Abubakar Malami. Yes, in weekend, we know what happened. How you know what happened in Patako during the time, and this illegal rendition. So who has control? Who has the mindset in that regard? It's him more than his lawyer. So, in a
We,
nutshell, he can, yeah, he can institute what I consider to be a moral, leverage in that regard. With
thank you.
even with the Lego, complexity involved. I don't know his
Yeah,
courtroom dynamic. That
yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Thank you for that, sir. I just let me ask this real quick, Mr. Comparable Fact. That wiki, calling wiki to the stand, can you
Mhm.
help us shed light on the that's
Why?
the I can't really figure that angle out. How was
Okay,
wiki
okay,
involved
okay.
in all of this?
I think Wiki is involved in all of it because let me tell you something. Like I do go home every year. I spend at least about a month, which I will do again. But having said that, I think the first time I started hearing about Nnamdi, believe me, I don't know about Nnamdi. I don't even know about, and I didn't even know about his rhetoric or whatever. That was when he was mobilizing the Biafran people going from one state to one state. Actually, I was in Nigeria, when he came to Owerri at that particular time, that was a long time ago, a little bit younger. I was in that. So that was the first time I actually had him. So I never really followed him. Like I didn't even follow about politics. But there's a lot of things that happen, which I don't have the fact to back up what I'm saying. So I'm not going to go in
Mhm.
detail. There was a thing that happened when he went to Port Harcourt. There's a lot of Igbo or whatever in the Port Harcourt area. So, even
Yes.
he has the highest mobilization when he went to River State. So there's a lot of things that Wike did when he was there. And we know what Wike
Oh,
did to the so-called the IPOB or in the what's the name of that city? It's mostly in Igbo area. Remember, Wike killed a lot of Igbos with bulldozer and military. And that's
allegedly.
yeah, allegedly, right.
Allegedly,
Okay,
yeah.
I'm sorry, let me use the word allegedly, right. I mean, I don't know how many. Some people put it in the thousands, and most
Mhm.
of them are considered to be Nnamdi advocate or sympathizer. So
Okay.
that's where Wike come in that
Okay,
regard.
now it's making sense now. It's
Right.
like I see his strategy here
Yeah.
because many of the people I saw on the list, I'm still looking at the list right now from Premium Times, Nigeria. Yeah, Premium Times Nigeria. Many of the people he already want the court to summon. I think a lot of them will not turn up. And if they don't turn up, I'm not a lawyer. I think I may have to speak with some of our lawyers. I want to know what happens when witnesses don't show up at court, especially in this case of Nnamdi Kanu, where he wants to cross-examine these witnesses. I can bet you these folks will not come to court.
One more
Not
thing.
all of
Uncle
them,
Beno,
though.
Yeah, let
Yes,
me
sir.
let me say. Oh, go ahead, Dayo. Go ahead before I
Go,
say
Uncle
something. Go
Dayo.
ahead.
Yeah.
Uncle Beno, see, the moment he
Uncle
made
Dayo,
that
please
list,
increase your volume small so we can hear you better, sir.
okay, sir. The
Oh, yeah,
moment
better
he
now.
made that list and said he wants to summon as his defense XYZ amount of, I knew exactly where he was going. If I've been listening
Okay.
to Nnamdi Kanu when he was still in diaspora, he has been alleging to have a lot of facts against almost everybody in the country, if I can use that word. He
Mm-hmm.
has been alleging that he has a lot of deep and inside knowledge with evidences against a lot of people. Like my brother just said about this Yeson Wiki in Port Harcourt during his time and all those things. Even here in Lagos, there is now like involving the governor of Lagos State also and every other person that he has mentioned. My prayer is that he should come to court with those evidences and with those facts so that he can prove whatever allegation he wants to like bring to the table against these people. Secondly, also in Nigeria, if you are being summoned to court, I believe, and I know, except you are under immunity, you have no right to reject it because you can be charged with contempt of court.
Ah,
If you are being subpoenaed, yeah, you'll be charged with contempt of court. If the court sends you a notification that you have been summoned as a witness, you owe yourself the duty and the country your that you that you are that you are a citizen of, you owe the country the duty to appear in court to come and hear whatever it is that you have been summoned to come and do. But Nigeria, as always, we we always play politics with everything. I just pray that they do not play politics with this so that we can at least get to the root of this matter and get it all settled with. But having said that, I also want to, I'm also afraid in a way. Let me explain. A lawyer knows all the bubble traps that they may set for their client. If he's a seasoned lawyer or is an experienced lawyer, maybe he will be able to escape some of those traps. But they are going to set traps for him in the area of his temperament. Anybody that knows him very well knows that he has short tempered, and there are sometimes that when they are telling him some things, he want to assert his own belief upon them. And if you go and do that one in the court, you are going to get the judge sanctioning you. So that's why I am afraid for him. He may have the
Okay.
facts, he may have the evidences,
Can I,
but if he go ahead with
Mm.
with the way that he is, he may by himself overturn his own case. Thank you.
Yeah.
can,
Okay.
can I
Mr.
come in a little
Comparable
bit
Fat.
on this
Yeah, you
part?
will come in. After you come in, then I will read some of the material I found on these witness and summoning things in Nigeria. Go ahead,
Okay.
sir.
Yeah, thank you very much. Mr. Dayo has made some important point that make me thinking in a different direction. Thank you, Dayo. That was a great submission. Um, if you look at some of the weakness that I can recollect, you read the weakness before, and I will point at least two. We already talked about wicked. The reason why he's inviting somebody of Lagos State, you'll be saying why is somebody in that angle? Is because of the end narrative. Because if you look at what happened, he has been accused as the perpetrator of that end or whatever, but actually he's not.
Ah.
It was organized by some people, even this guy, musician from overseas. I forgot his name. That one that sing a music from Ghana. What's the name of that guy? I don't know what happened to him. He's
Don't
based in
worry.
USA that sing about Ghana women. But anyway, I don't know the music again. But anyway, he was organized. It wasn't organized by him. But have we said that? But he has been accused of that. And secondly, let me talk about Hope Uzodinma. Hope
Just hold
Uzodinma
on,
have
sir. I'm sorry, sir. Let me quickly point out something too.
okay.
If the reason you're giving right now for Mazin Kanu adding
Governor
Sowore
Sowore, yeah.
to the witness, if we have to go by that, I don't think that's a good strategy because it was on record
Mm-hmm.
that at that time he had a brokers instigating some
The
people
this
in
thing.
Nigeria.
Right.
I think I heard something like that time. So maybe I will still have to comb the internet for it. Burn their houses, burn everything, destroy everything, go there. That is there. So I'm just saying I'm not a lawyer, but I don't
Right.
think that's a good strategy because that point in time, that shit was up there. So I just wanted to tell our viewers what that may result to. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, you may have a point. I don't really have the whole word that he used, Babejile. I think from some point of view, I'm gonna read about it later. They said what he was doing, he was asking that if police come after you, use any means necessary to defend yourself. I'm just quoting, but I don't have the whole fact to back up, what he said. So if that's the angle, yeah, that may be. But about Hope Uzodinma, which is specifically I'm going to talk. Hope Uzodinma has publicly stated this so many times that the whole crime, we know that Imo State, is or East was an epicenter of the whole crime going on, in the Southeast, particularly
Oh
when it comes to the
wow.
Eastern Network. Yeah. I like
Yeah.
all
Okay.
area, So Hope Uzodinma have come out and say that it has nothing to do with IPOB. It was on tape. Has nothing to do with IPOB, whatever crime that is going on. It has to do with a political perpetuated by some political differences. That's what's going on. So
Ah.
yeah, he may try to use that word to exonerate himself. But
Ah.
having said that, um, I just want to look at it from the risk, from the board and risk standing, Kano to represent himself is less about winning this case. That's what I think. And I think it's about sizing the narrative. No, let me start from the beginning. Nnamdi Kanu has stated that he's a meticulous record keeper. It's not like your brother, Uncle Beno, who is a meticulous liar. You know who I mean, Reno.
Yeah, I know. Please,
But Nnamdi has proven himself to be a meticulous record keeper.
please, I do not know Reno. He's not my brother. I'm not from Delta. I have
Okay.
nothing to do with him.
Yeah, I just want to poke the bear.
I
But
know,
anyway,
sir. Thank you.
yeah, having said that, I think the decision for Nnamdi Kanu to to represent is less about winning the case. It's more about sizing the narrative. The man is not delusional, okay? Because he know what the trial political cage may be. Look at the not look at them, Boko Haram, having negotiation and being freed and something, that's some of the speech that he may use to cage, some of the representative we're having. And Malami case, is a typical example, of the rendition, bringing him here and whatever role Malami play. So we know Nigerian politics. It's not about winning the case. It's about making it well known, amplify the situation, bringing it to international limelight. That's the way I think. If you look at the weakness that it's called, like I said, I don't know about Nigerian law, whether they be compared, but Mr. Dayo that was here, he was able to shed a little bit of light. So I don't know the legality, if they will, if they be forced to come and represent themselves, but at least in my own opinion, it's a right, it's a right move. Like I stated earlier, it come, I mean, this will not be decided through legal system. So it's like a last resort, what you have to do. It's just like if you follow football, it's just like a Hail Mary. You just throw it out there, see what's gonna happen. That's what he's doing right now.
Okay, so just since you mentioned the Hope Ogadima
What's the
angle
man?
to this case,
Don't be
Uzodima,
messing up
I'm
my
so
governor
sorry.
name now.
I'm sorry. Hope Uzodima. You gotta forgive me. All
Yeah,
my
I know.
in-laws have warned me several times that I should be speaking Igbo fluently now, but just pardon me, boss. But
I
I'm
speak a little bit
trying.
of Yoruba now. I grew up in Lagos. Go ahead.
So, some of the material I found regarding why Hope Uzodima was being summoned or being part of the witness Nnamdi Kanu wanted on the stand, according to what I gathered, was that his reason and terrorism trial to undermine the prosecution case. The strategy is based on public statement previously made by Uzodima suggesting that attacks in Imo State were politically motivated rather than carried out by the indigenous people of Biafra, the
Okay.
group Kanu lead. So it's like they have this back and forth between both of them, where I think political thuggery was going on in Imo State, and then the governor want to blame it or put it on IPOB allegedly, and Nnamdi Kanu is trying to prove that hey, we got nothing to do with that shit you got going on over there. So I think it's a kind of power play. So the defense strategy again. Contradicting state's evidence during court proceeding in May 2025, the defense team reportedly played a video clip of Uzodiman's statement. These remarks, which distance IPOD from violent attacks in Imo, directly contradicted a witness from the Department of State Service who testified that IPOB was responsible. So, now highlighting political motivation, the defense argues that Uzodima's statement support its claim that the accusation against Kanu are politically driven and lack factual basis. So we have this compelling testimony situation now that Kanu has formally requested the court to issue a summons for Uzodima to testify. He is listed as vital and compellable witness who could be forced to appear under Nigerian Evidence Act. And for our listeners, sorry, I have a lot of sisters and brothers here who are lawyers, but maybe because they see that we are really diving into this political roundtable, that's why they are not here yet. And I'm going live not on my regular time, so maybe they were still busy because I was going to ask them how this summoning witnesses or something works. But here is what I found online from Bruno. If you are watching us for the first time, Bruno is my own chat GTP and Gemini. So I actually queried Bruno that what happened if a witness refused to appear in court in Nigeria after summoned. This is what I got. If a witness in Nigeria refuses to appear in court after being summoned, the court can issue a bench warrant for their arrest or find them in contempt of court. The witness can be charged with contempt, and failure to appear when legally required is a serious offense that can lead to penalties. So, what are the consequences? First, there's going to be arrest warrant. The court can issue a bench warrant. Two, contempt of the court, which is a witness who fails to appear after being summoned can be held in contempt of the court. This is a serious offense that can result in fines or imprisonment. Now, what are important considerations? So, in case if Nnamdi Kanu really want these people to appear in court, what are some of the things that has to be considered at the part of Nnamdi Kanu and the court? So, number one, summon is key. They have to be summoned, and a witness is only legally obligated to appear if they have if they have received a formal witness summons. If no summons was served, attendance is voluntary. So now I think I may have to speak to a lawyer. I have to before the next show, I have to clear some things with some lawyer because I wanted to ask right now who we issued the summons. I thought that the summons supposed to come from the court, right? Uncle Dayo and Mr. Comparable Fact.
I
That is going to
think
come from the court, right?
when it comes to that, I think you see this is where the lawyer processes comes in. Okay, if
All right.
if it's not represented by the lawyer right now, it is the lawyer that will present that list to the court. Excuse me. They will write an application for it, I think, and then the court will now release the summon to be given. It is the court that will summon them to come and stand as a witness. Okay, from his own
Okay.
lawyer. But now that he has taken over um what called
Case.
his own legal defense now. I don't know how he will do it. Does he have the capacity to do it, or I don't really know. So that's
Mm,
where we need a lawyer now to be able to like
okay.
explain it to us, if that may be possible.
I'm definitely going to ask some of our sisters to help us clarify that because
Where are the sisters? Thank you, Uncle Dayo. That's a very good perspective, about the legality. Does he have the legality, or does he require somebody with a law, background in order to summon,
yeah,
witness? But can he do it? Can you do it as a self representative? That is the
right.
angle. We need a lawyer to come and tell us, please, lawyers.
Please, anybody who is watching, because right now we have like 108 people watching us live as we speak. If you are a lawyer, please bail us out. Who is going to prepare and send those summons out? You can drop it in the chat. You don't have to come into the studio. We need to clarify that because I think usually the court will compel them to appear. I think Nnamdi Kanu just have to submit the list of the witnesses he want the court to compel to appear, and then the court will now take it over and process it. Anyway, I will reach out to our sisters and they will help us
Uncle
out with that.
Beno, you are speaking like you are in a same country where where legal system you work according to process. I mean, they work for the government, so that's why I have my
Uncle
doubt.
Comparable, you are just so funny.
Ah,
Yeah.
Oh my god.
miracle can happen. No,
Oh my
I
god.
still believe in Nigeria.
Okay.
No, Uncle Beno,
you know,
I agree with my brother, because you are talking as
eh,
if see if we are in the US. Before you know it, now we get another counter someone now that will say no, it's not possible. Blah blah. You know the way we do things in
okay,
Nigeria.
yeah,
Injunction
yeah.
against injunction, court
All
to court.
right. So,
You know that.
another important consideration is legal rights. Witnesses have the right to refuse to testify if their testimony could incriminate them, which is called self incrimination. And there are also privileges that protect certain relationships, like attorney client privilege from being compelled to testify. I think they can actually apply this to almost everybody on that list, too. Then the last consideration is seeking advice. If you are unsure of your obligations or rights as a witness, it is always best to seek legal advice. So now, I think overall, in just this is just my personal opinion, though. I think Kanu really wanted to show the Nigerian judiciary shege. I think that's just what Kanu wanted to do. Mazi Kanu is a very smart man, oh, to be candid. When he started, I remember, I'm still way not very young, but back then, at least if you remove like 15, 20 years from my age, you should know what's up. But when he started, it seems like maybe he's not too serious. But over the years, I've seen that they are dealing with a super, super smart man. And as we are rounding up now, I just wanted to begin to look at some of the critical aspects of what is happening to Nnamdi Kanu. And this is where I will appeal to my Igbo brothers and sisters to please bear with us. I know the area I want to mention now, uh, it can trigger some people, but please understand for the purpose of analysis. That's why I want to go this route. First off, when I heard that Mazi fired his lawyers, I'm like, okay, he's gonna replace them with another set of teams. But he's not replacing them. He say he's gonna defend himself. So my brain goes, dan da dam, this man won't show these people shaggy. Because those lawyers, I mean his own lawyers, and in a place like Nigeria, we've said this before, Uncle Dayo. Nigeria is a place where your own lawyer that you hire, you are paying. Your opponent can also be paying your lawyer to work against you. Uncle Dayo, do you agree with me
Just
with
be,
that notion?
honestly speaking, sad as it is, as sad as it is, I cannot disagree with you.
How about you, Mr. Comparable?
Good theory. You know how they say in Nigeria, anything is possible. Is that maybe going on? Regardless of say they are his brother or the so-called the same kinsmen, it doesn't matter.
All
Nigeria
right.
is about what benefit you. It's about interest. So in a broader context, I mean, we know we are very tribalistic people in terms of government. Whomever is in power, if your
Okay.
tribe is supportive. But when it comes to interest about about how it benefit,
Hmm.
anything is possible. So
So my
I'm not going to dispute that. Are they sincere about their representative? All we see is what's what's portrayed on social media or whatever. We don't
yeah.
know what's actually going on in the back. I mean, to me, I can never bet on that. Say, they are representing that man with their ultimate, with sincerities. No,
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah. Thank
I can't.
you. Thank you. Shout out to my Sese. You see, our sisters are listening. No, they just take backstage because na politics. Thank you, Sisi. Love you, Mama. Sisi said, "I've asked Misty. She's in a meeting. I will drop her response from backstage here." Oh, thank you, Sisi. God bless you. Okay. Okay, so the response we're getting is he can use a process server who swears an affidavit or service after service, or he can serve personally. Okay, so Mazi can serve them personally, or he can use a service of a process called server in order to serve them. I don't think those people will honor the invitation if Mazi should send it. Um, is that Onyi Uche? I'm sorry, Onye Uche. Sorry if I don't pronounce your name right, sir, but I just wanted to read your comment. So, Mr. Oyoshe said, since he is defending himself, he has all the privileges of a lawyer. So, he will issue the summon, which the court will validate, I think. Thank you very much, Mr. Onye. That's exactly what Sisi is also getting from Misty. Yeah, that's very good. So, Mr. Comparable Fact, as
Mhm.
part of my own theory in all of this, I begin to wonder like, these lawyers, are they really doing their job? This case has dragged for too long, and I've seen this is one of the high profile cases in Nigeria, to be candid. And I've seen them sometimes, um they don't say postpone. How do they should use this time in court when they want to shift a court date to another? Adjourn, yeah. I've seen this Mazin Nkanu case being adjourned for flimsy excuses. Sometimes, oh, one of the lawyer get headache. That is as simple as it is. And I'm just feeling that really all these senior advocates of nonsense, they are not doing their job. This is Nigeria. Everything is connection.
Mm-hmm.
So that is one theory. Now, the second theory, where I'm appealing to my Igbo brothers and sisters to kindly understand and tell us their take, is this. There has always been this suspicion that there are some high profile politicians from the southeast that want Nnamdi Kanu right where he is right now. In other words, there are some top politicians who don't want him released, allegedly. And I kind of believe that theory to some extent. The reason I believe that theory is because the Igbo people are not just ordinary people in Nigeria. Like, when you talk about Nigerian tribe, you cannot say Hausa Yoruba without Igbo. You cannot say you must say Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba. If I'm wrong, please tell me. Because Nigeria has, I think, how many ethnic group do we have? Close to 200 or something. And
Yeah.
yet only three are singled out every time when we want to refer to our ethnicity. Even our foreign friends here in the Western world, they will say, "Oh, you're in Nigeria. Which Nigeria are you? Are you Igbo? Are you Yoruba? Are you Hausa?" So the Igbos, they are not ordinary, just one kind ethnic group in Nigeria that you can just say, "Oh, if they collectively demanded something, the federal government can just throw it away." And this is a conversation I think we're gonna be having more, because I'm even looking towards having a lot of open-minded young Igbo men like me to come and let us have some of these conversations together, because I've always looked at many issues regarding the Igbo race in Nigeria. Like, I think the Igbos, they don't bind together to make move at times. Pardon me, this is just me looking
Mm-hmm.
from outside. So a case in point is the case of this Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. There is no way the entire Igbo, let even say the core five Igbo states, we come together and said, "Hey, look, we want Nnamdi Kanu released." And whoever is the president will say he's going to ignore the entire region. So I'm saying this to say I kind of want to agree with that narrative that there are probably some powerful hands behind the scene that actually kept Mazi Kanu right there where he is. And that is why they've been playing all these stupid games. And it's beginning to look like his lawyers are also deep in this stupid game they are playing with him. That's my submission. Uncle Dayo, Mr. Comparable Fact, what are your takes
Yes,
on that,
sir.
sir?
Uncle Beno, see, there is something that I want us to also include here. Apart
Mhm.
from all the things that you said so far, that there is a personal interest among the Igbos that may not want him to be released or something like that. However, I quickly want to also say that between me and you, between me and you, huh, there are some people also among the Igbos right now that have been allegedly victim of Nnamdi Kanu's
Mhm.
actions that are really bitter and angry. Just the other day, there was a video showing on the net about people from the east that are demanding that he should face justice. These people are claiming that They have lost their loved ones. Some of them lost their mothers, lost their wives, lost their children, whatever, due to the action of the so-called IPOB people, which
Yeah.
they believed it was Nnamdi, they were acting under the influence of Nnamdi Kanu. So all these things are there. You cannot say that only the people that are, of course, we have so many factions of the Igbos. We have some that are in politics, they don't want a change to that. We have some that are in
Mhm.
business, that are enjoying
Mhm.
what they are getting from Nigeria, and they don't want anything like Biafra. And then we have people that are a victim of Biafra itself, that are demanding for justice. So it's not about only those two political angles that you've placed. It's much more about who and are really this Biafra movement helping. It's supposed to be a kind of a emancipation to help the Igbos be able to become, um, um, I don't know how to put it, to be able to hear their views and to be able to become self. I think the word just kind of eludes me now. But whatever it is now, the way it is turning out, it's not turning out to be something that people are not seeing it to be oppressing, to be something
All
that
right.
they would not rather touch, that for them to be part of it. That's why you see some of them are shying away from it. Some of them are like embracing it. But people that are the victim of it, they are still crying. So it cut across so many stratas. So you cannot easily say that these Igbos are all behind this movement or they are not. Because some of them, though they may be like afraid to come out and say that they don't want to be part of this Biafra movement. But in their action, you could see that most of
Okay.
them do not embrace that movement. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Uncle Dio. Mr. Comparable Fact, what are your thoughts?
Okay, thank you very much. Let me take this one by one. Is two section of this question I asked. The first question was, do I think that Nnamdi Kanu lawyers are sincere in representing him, or is there any underneath stuff? When it
Mm-hmm.
comes to Nigerian, when it comes to Nigerian space, there's many dimensions to that. People take bribe. We know what happened with the obedience, the so-called Labour Party, but that's just an epitome of an example of what do prevail in Nigeria. But having
Yeah.
said that, this is just my own opinion. I don't have the fact. I don't have the empirical to back what I'm saying. Do I think um the lawyers are sincere in representing him? This is just my own personal opinion. Um, I think the lawyers are sincere in representing him. Why do I say that? Because of a little bit I have read previously about their background.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them are elite lawyers based on international reputation.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we know what has happened. Kanu has sacked all his lawyers and some other things. But we are not about Nigeria, Nigerian law system, how it is. Um, because the Nigerian people, the Nigerian government have, weaponized the Nigerian court. So you can't just blame it on the lawyers. If you look at it from an international angle, the jurisdiction, there's a jurisdiction challenge when it comes to Nigeria. Pressure and other kind of things, bribery, corruption, which I consider to be a very bastardized system, corrupt system when it comes to Nigeria. So that may be, that's another angle I'm looking at it. But what I can suggest, maybe the reason why Nandokani is taking this action, because he has alluded to it, but he didn't come out and say it. He didn't fear, he did kind of inferences about it. He think that most of his lawyers are
Mm-hmm.
not radical enough, to prosecute this case. So he feel like they should be radical, prioritize, he likes spectacular things. Like having representing, like naming people like Wiki, he likes something very like pure theatric. That's the way he see it. So he just feel like they're not really doing him any service, and that has no appeal. That's not going to help him in this case. So I have to follow the what I consider to be Hail Mary.
Okay.
Where that's why I look at it. I did sincere, yeah, in my own opinion. So, but like you said. Never say never. You can't be 100% when it comes to Nigerian people, which I am part of it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you,
So you
thank
have
you.
another question, right? Which is the second part
Oh,
about the
I think
Southeastern leaders. Go
yes,
ahead.
the southeastern leaders. It seems to be. It seems like there is this power play
Hmm.
whereby some of those political leaders don't want Kanu out of detention because some of the excuses that we are hearing is that, oh, this guy is so powerful. If he comes out, there's going to be a lot of trouble because uh, I think some people even said, his voice alone. If he talks, a lot of Igbo youths, a lot of Igbo people listening to him. So I beg, whoever is the president, Biko, whatever you want, we're gonna give it to you. I want to go. Just keep my brother there. Take care of him. Make sure nothing happen. I want to go. I'm sorry, my Igbo not too good, but I know say when Igbo man speak and say Watago, I think
Hmm.
Watago means how far be waiting him.
Hmm.
Sorry, my Igbo brothers and sisters. So the word on the street is that many of these folks don't want Nnamdi Kanu out because it's like Nnamdi Kanu have that power to galvanize the youth. Like he can really, really make some of them literally run out of Igbo land. So they want him to be there, and that's the point I want you to address because I also have my own reservations, but because I'm a Yoruba guy, I
Hmm.
can say it. It's not something difficult. My reservation is that when I look at the whole issue, which of course this is going to be a conversation for another day, I don't think even Tinubu want Kanu to remain where he is. But people won't get when they say, Tinubu, Tinubu. That is just a conversation for another day. But, sir, Mr. Comparable, the Eastern political leaders, what do you think is up with them as far as Kanu case is concerned?
Thank you. This is a very relevant question. But let me say something.
Yes,
As a
sir.
Nigerian, I think you shouldn't be shy about talking anything about a Nigerian because this is a Nigerian issue. It's not just the Southeastern issue. That's the way I look at it. I mean,
Okay.
like I said, I grew up in Lagos, so nobody's gonna stop me from making any commentary when it comes to Nigeria, whether it's Ugu or Shu or that kind of things. As a Nigerian, I have the right and the privilege. Nobody can truncate that. But having said that, like they said, an injustice, for one is an
It's an
injustice for
injustice
all.
for all. Yes, sir.
Right. So you have a right. So don't even let anybody try to make you feel bad about it. You're a very eloquent guy. But having said that, this is my take. I think my own, the Southeastern, don't genuinely want Nnamdi Kanu to release without strange attached to it. Why am I saying it? Let me go back
Hmm.
to the Momoro Lane, to the beginning of what I know about Nigeria, how the Southeastern area is. I myself, I own, well, it's the family. We own some hospitality
Oh,
business in Imo
yeah.
State, right? I know
Hmm.
how the business was thriving, and I know how we are right now. It's not like the business I own is just for my own profit. It's just to help people, employ people in Nigeria, so they don't have to depend on me, But anyway, so we know how the whole sit at home and everything has really minimized any kind of profit or whatever we're doing. I can say to the extent of marginalizing to 40, in order not to be exaggerate, 40%, less right now compared to pre this nonsense going on in the South. The Southeast used to be the most peaceful area before Nnamdi Kanu come in. Let me just call it a spade a spade. Okay? If that's the consequence of Nnamdi Kanu, yeah, that's true. Until this Nnamdi Kanu started, because the Southeast wouldn't have been at the situation they are right now without Nnamdi Kanu coming in to rescue the Southeast. Does it mean well? Setting up the Eastern Security Network or whatever. I mean, um, if you look at it in terms of political or whatever wise or what is lawful, are they considered to be a non-state actor? Can you do that in a sovereign nation? I don't know.
Mm-mm.
It's debatable. Let the lawyers come and tell me about that, whether it's right or wrong. So, but I'm just giving you, what started. You know the deterioration of the Southeast is because of the president of Nnamdi Kanu. I mean, that's me, how I see it personally. Some other people may disagree with me.
Okay.
It used to be a peaceful area until Nnamdi come in with, if you like it or if you don't like it, because he's coming with whatever he's doing right now. I mean, but everything he has said has come to fruition, it's true. But if it hasn't come in, to my own opinion, this wouldn't have happened. So I just laid that foundation to say,
All right.
this is the grievances a lot of the Southeasterners have about, what Nnamdi Kanu has brought to that part of the country. It's always a very prosperous. Then the second point about, why the way the Southeasterners, they don't really cooperate or whatever. Like, let me use an example: the Southwest do cooperate, in terms of individuality. We are being considered to be a Republican. We have our own state. We don't have a chief. We don't have or the so-called Eze and all that kind of thing we have. I myself, I don't respect any Eze. I don't really believe that somebody can tell me what to do. Is that a good thing? Yeah, but to a certain extent, it's not a good thing because if you look at the Southwest, you may call them that they are not strong enough, they just obey, they just the ballot for everything. But is that
Hmm.
working for them? To a certain extent. But you are who you are. Okay?
Absolutely.
You can't take that
Absolutely.
away from them. They are very Republican. I mean, like if we go to a meeting and somebody like I mean, it's supposed to be a structure place. I mean, where I work, I lead people lead me, so there has to be a structure. You have to have somebody to lead. Even I thought that person
Absolutely.
is about 20 years or 30 years younger than you. There has to be a leadership in any structure for you to function. But the Igbos, I'm not saying they don't totally believe or they don't respect, but they just believe everybody should have their opinion. You can't subjugate people's opinion. So that's where the DNA of the Igbo come in to play when people say they don't have a king in that regard. So we
Okay.
don't speak with one unity. That's another thing that is good, is bad. But I'm glad that I can say what I want. I can do what I want.
Okay.
But
But
how is that
how
working
does
out for
that
us?
yeah,
It's
how does that
debatable.
affect this Nnamdi Kanu case though?
It's affecting the country because we don't. That's the point I was trying to drive. We don't
Okay.
speak with one voice. Look at what happened to what's the name of that guy from that started the Yoruba Nation? What's his
Igboho or
Igbo,
Sunday Igboho.
right. Look at the
Yeah.
whole Yoruba people elite, governors, from Obasanjo to to make sure that he's released and something like that. But the Igbo doesn't speak with one word. They don't speak with one unity. Everybody has their own motive or whatever. We don't want to go into this.
Ah,
Whether it's for political or something like that. But that's just the way they are built. You can't change
okay.
that, and that will never change.
Okay.
So they don't speak with one unity, and that's good or that's not good. That I mean that's just in a nutshell my summary. I don't know. It could be the reluctance of the Southeast leader. It could be some
Okay.
insecurity, fear. It could be political survival. I mean, the elite and the mass. The elite
Hmm.
and the masses in the Southeast, they are divided you know, and it could be some federal pressure. I'm just summarizing, that's probably one of the reasons we have Nnamdi Kanu in this conundrum right
Okay.
now, where they're not speak with one unity. It's just my
Okay.
two take on that.
Yeah, thank you very much, my brother. You are from Imo State, right?
I'm from Owerri, Imo State.
Owerri, Imo State.
Yes, sir.
You people have too much money. Oh. We're not supposed
I
to
don't
dash
know
us
about too
money.
much money, but they consider the Owerri, the Imo West to be the most educated. I mean, but not the education we go
I
give
know
now.
they do education with my oga. Na money I dey after. Una too get money. Una get
Exactly. But
money.
no. The people will get money. The people will get money. Na Anambra people. We are just education. I don't know
Eh.
where that's getting. Yeah, the people will get money. Na
Ah.
Anambra millionaire.
I
We
be
don't get
want
money
tell.
like Anambra people.
So I be want tell you make you ye me go, ye me go, ye me
You
go.
may go right.
Anyway, thank you very, very much. I really appreciate you. I've rolled with a lot of Igbo uncles, brothers, everybody, I love my Igbo people. They like me. Even though I did stubborn, they just like me the way I am. And in particular, I like Igbo people who are open-minded. Some of this conversation is very, very difficult to have with an Igbo person who is not open minded. So I really appreciate you for at least being honest enough to have this conversation with me. For me, I've always insisted on something that tribalism is a weapon the politicians use to divide us. And yet, the politicians are the prime beneficiary of whatever come out of that, not we, the people. And as soon as we begin to see injustice to one as injustice to all, then Nigeria we will be headed towards the right path. So this conversation, I can have it all day long, but today is Friday, and the real fam, our YouTube channel is kind of different. Mr. Comparable, you'll be here for a while now. You see
Yeah,
how
yeah.
we roll
It's time for
already.
me to. It's time for me to get out of bed.
So our YouTube channel is set up differently. I might be the face, but we all own the channel together. So we come here, we cash cruise, we roll like family. My sisters in the backstage and the real fam, they're already warning me, say, Uncle Ben, this is Friday. We need our show. You and your politics, go sit down for one corner. So we have to go now. I would have loved to still keep Mr. Comparable and my brother Uncle Dayo here, but I don't want to go against real farm sisters. Those sisters, they're stubborn. Okay, may they no come say, okay, you owe us Don Pedro. I really want to appreciate everybody who joined us on today's show. We have political roundtable. That is what we call this segment. It's called political roundtable with UB. You are free to come and contribute to lend your voice. The only rules we have here is that we don't tolerate trolling, we don't tolerate insult. We are looking forward to people who have something tangible to offer, people who can actually own their own, contribute to whatever topics we got going on. We don't do tribalism here. If you listen to our channel here very well, I don't even know how many tribe we have here again, because we have sisters and brothers all over Africa and all over the world on this small channel where you they see. So that is why we don't do trolling. We don't condone any form of using nasty languages. We don't do it here. But at the same time, we welcome disagreement. If we don't disagree, we can never ever move forward. So if you disagree with an opinion, you are free to say, okay, host, I don't agree with this. Oh, speaker, I don't think I agree with your viewpoint. I see it this way. You see? So that is how we roll here. Thank you very much. We are going to continue this conversation tomorrow. Uh what is my brother Travis saying? Travis said, please, if sister busy, bros can forge ahead now. Don't worry, my those our sisters, they are not busy. They here. It's because this is politics. That's why they just sit back, they watch. They are not busy, and they see their message for our WhatsApp group backstage. So we gotta go. We're gonna come back tomorrow. When I do my political roundtable, is usually in the morning. I live in the state of Texas, so just check your time. Anything from 8:30 to 9, 9 to 9:30. That's when I usually come up for political roundtable. I just go over whatever is happening politically, and then we chat. If you want to be my guest, please just DM me. Follow me on Instagram. That's my Instagram right there at the bottom, Benuril25. Send me message. If you want to participate or anything, just send me message on Instagram. You are free to come to my show. You see, Mr. Comparable Fact now. I don't dey finance his money. If you see how I find this, my brother, I have another brother in our backstage. He's strictly into politics. I don't drop like 10 message for himself. I'm exaggerating. I dropped like 5 messages. I thought maybe he will come aboard so we can have this conversation. So please, if you want to be my guest, you are free to come home. We just chit chat and we went away time. Now, tomorrow, we're going to begin to look at the reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu handpick those witnesses And those witnesses, they are already talking. Oh, can you guess the person that is even shouting and yelling and talking now? Just guess. Make I see
Who?
how many people even know what's up. Guess who don't they talk bra 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 now among the
Who?
people
Wike?
where
Wike? Is that Wike?
how did you know?
I just get because the guy like to talk.
Wike Wike is already singing like canary.
It doesn't surprise me.
Oh my god.
Uncle Beno,
Yes,
let me
sir.
go. Let me say, can you give me a second?
Go ahead, please.
Yeah, I thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to come on your platform. You know, it's an honor, okay, to come on your
You're
platform.
welcome, sir.
And
You're welcome.
Mr. Dayo, it's good to have you on the platform. You know, it's always good to have brothers. But I'm not going to stop there.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sisters
I really appreciate that.
listening, please, we love you, sisters. Please, sometime join us, okay? It's always a pleasure to to have sisters on the platform. Thank
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah, we have sisters who are actually into politics. So in fact, they shock me anytime they go analyze politics here. Sef. It's just that the time I go live, they are usually at work. So and they usually get off work around this time. If to say we just they start the show now, you go hear the sisters, the political views, say you say go shock, say, auntie, how did you know about politics? Thank you, Mr. Comparable. God bless you, sir. I really appreciate you. Thank you very much. Shout out to my brother Chinedu Okpara. Chinedu say hello. I'm from Imo State. Chinedu, come hear me go. I need money. Imo people get money. I see those big mansion one at the build. Hear me go, my brother. Biko. When you okay? Just give me some change. You welcome, Chinedu. It's a pleasure to have you here. God bless you. Chine, do not start now. Oh, Chibike. Chibike said Wike is a drug. Chibike, I beg you. We be small channel. I no get energy. Biko. And Travis, you got it right. When I was asking, guess who is talking? Travis actually say Wike, and Wike is already talking. Sister Grace, Sister Grace is thanking you, Mr. Comparable Fact. Thank you very much for coming. Travis said the the state food should be like Mama Adela. Oh my God, I don't even know what that is. All right, so let me just give you the short news. Wike is already talking. Wike said, Nnamdi Kanu's trial. Nobody summoned me to appear as witness. I wish I can even do his impression now. Nobody has summoned me to appear as a witness. No, I've not seen anything. So the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, Nyesom Wike, has denied being invited to give evidence in the court over the trial of detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu. And this is coming from the Daily Post. It went ahead and said the minister made his rebuttal on Friday while speaking to journalists during his media parley in Abuja. Daily Post recalls that Nnamdi Kanu named several prominent Nigerians as compellable witnesses in his terrorism trial before Justice James Omotosho of the Federal High Court, Abuja. The list long, so we're gonna look into that list as from tomorrow. We're gonna begin. I will try as much as possible to gather information on my own part, so we will know the reason why Nnamdi Kanu included each of these people. Or don't you want me to do that? Because me, I like to follow case. I like to follow development. It opens your eyes, it opens your mind. It lets you know what is really going on. So we will look into that. But still, reacting, Wike said, "You don't become a witness by reading newspaper. Nobody has subpoenaed me." Let me put it in his word. You don't become a witness. You don't become a witness by reading newspaper. Nobody has subpoenaed me. So if I see Wike listed as a witness, I will start running head scatter. No, it doesn't work like that, my brother. It doesn't work like that. If I am summoned to be a witness or give evidence, I must obey the court. As to why I was named as a witness, he who measured me, there should be asked, and not me. Anyway, I hope I tried with that Wike impression. Anyway, Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Uncle Dayo, any last words, sir?
Actually, I just want to thank all our contributors on the platform. Oye, I don't know how to pronounce his name, and some other new people that just came in because of the topic. Thank you for your contributions. And please don't be a stranger. You've always heard what Uncle Beno is saying. If you want to call into the studio, just follow the link and then always let us know your thoughts in the platform. Thank you, Real Fam. Thank you, everybody. God bless us all. Until the next time. Bye.
Yeah, thank you, Uncle Dayo. Let me thank my sister for allowing me to borrow you this morning. I really appreciate you, sir. God bless you as always, sir. All right, my brother
Thank
Oyebuchi
you.
said, I would like to join your live show. Let me educate your audience about IPOB activities in Southeast and the cause of insecurity. Uncle Ben. Yeah, that is my Instagram there. Just look at the bottom of the screen. My Instagram is at Uncle Beno 25. Just send me a message on Instagram when I'm going live. I can bring you in. You can at least. So far, there is no disrespect. So far, there is no cursing. So far, there is no. So far, you can back up whatever you say with facts. And if there are no facts, just said allegedly, that's just it. Because me, when I bring my guest in, as you are mentioning something, I'm also Googling at the same time. I did Google, I did Bruno at the same time. Try to see if what you are saying is actually right. If I can't see anything to back it up, I can quickly tell people that, hey, we did not find this statement as fact, but they publish them or something. So just reach me on IG and you're gonna be here. Thank you, everybody. Mr. Travis, thank you very much, Travis. I really enjoy you being here. Some people will watch, they won't chat, they won't do anything. Here, whenever we have the time, we read comments because we do understand it's not everybody that can be in the studio. So we can read your chat, it's part of the conversation. So thank you, Mr. Travis. We appreciate you. Chinedu, thank you very, very much. Ma, I call you the way I dey call my friend for Nigeria. I know they call her Chinedu. I they call her Chedu. Chedu Afa, Chedu Afa. But his name is Chinedu. Thank you very much for being here. Sisi. All right. Let me go and talk to my sisters in the backstage. Make I see which show they want do next. Yes, so fact check is good. Thank you, Travis. Thank you very much. Let me see what show are the sisters gonna have today. Because Sister Sue is already throwing tantrum. The moment I shared this political roundtable for backstage, Sister Sue was like, "Okay, you and your people, you and Okudayo, make una go do na politics. We still want our show. Today is Friday. Give us our show." So I will get across to the real fam sisters, and I will get across to Abby, CC, everybody. Any topic we want to handle, please feel free to join us. Other than that, thank you very much for being here. God bless you. I'll see you guys in the next one. Enjoy our Gbedu. Yo, 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 sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I do not appreciate, I no show appreciation to all the moderators that work with me on this one. Bilba, please forgive me, my sweet baby sister Bilba, fine sister Bilba. Thank you, Bilba, for the moderation. Thank you, Auntie Grace, for all the moderation. Thank you, Abby, everybody that helped me moderate this particular segment. Thank you, I really appreciate you. Biba was here from beginning to the end. Abby, please let me know what you guys want to do. If una no get show, maybe we can do our show today. Love Instagram and Gen Z, but I'm coming to you guys now. Thank you very much, everybody. God bless you.